I remember the arrival of ITIL v3. We all looked forward with great anticipation, expecting it to resolve all the questions that were arising, that growing chorus in the background. In my experience, if version 2 was a house, then it was running out of rooms for all the occupants. There were a lot of gaps that needed to be addressed, unanswered questions. What's an event? What do we do with events? What process handles events? Where do services come from? How do we create them? How do we fit in with other frameworks like enterprise architecture, project management, portfolio management, IT governance? Where do assets and configuration relate, and how do they work together? Questions that were answered when version 3 was released. Unfortunately, what happened was it created a lot of new questions on more detailed topics and new issues to explore for us. I remember my first ITIL implementation project. We had people. We had the most creative, knowledgeable, experienced people on the team, and they were trained and they were ready to work. We had the processes. We had the standard ITIL best practice model. We had to adapt it, adopt it, detail it, document it, train people on how to use it, and maintain it. And then we had the technology. Did we have enough tools? Did we have too many tools? Did we have the wrong tools? We had to select them, set them up, and standardize them. That was a huge commitment that took all those resources, months of time, and took them away from their core responsibility, delivering operational services. As we look at version 3 and the opportunities it presents, we've got to revisit the implementation processes we use and our selection criteria for choosing which processes we want to implement and when. Our objective is to optimize the benefits we deliver and not optimize the processes that we implement. What's optimal? How do we define optimal? The biggest value for the least cost and effort. Out of all these new processes we have, we used to have 10 processes, now we have 30. Which ones deliver the most value? How do I measure value versus effort? Do I have to do 100% of the work or 80% of the work to get 100% of the benefit or even 80% of the value out of those processes? The shorter answer is no, you don't. If we take an example of the Rubik's Cube of service asset and configuration management. A real cube has about 6 sides. In my experience, when people talk about service asset and configuration, we come up with somewhere between 6,000 and 6 million different options. The truth is, I can only find 3, and one of them isn't even a process that you'll find in the ITIL Best Practice book. We have service asset management, configuration management, and something I'm going to call discovery management. Using this approach gives us some new conceptual tools that help limit the scope of what we attempt and create value quickly. We'll explore some new concepts like materiality, the definition of an asset, what is an asset, and a new concept I'm going to call the unmanaged configuration item. I want to invite you to the HDI Service Management 2010 conference in Miami, October 6th to 8th, 2010. Specifically, join us at session 502 on finding the end of the rainbow and learn how to deliver the pot of gold to your business users by practicing and learning benefits optimization when you plan and implement service asset and configuration management. Thank you very much and see you in Miami.